News Channel 8 follow-up to a story we first brought you back in March.
It is the story of a Connecticut man who's trying to bring his mother home so she can get the best care possible.
Chief Capitol correspondent Mark Davis brought us this story, and tonight he joins us live from our Hartford newsroom with the follow-up. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Sarah and Keith. Good evening, everyone from the Hartford newsroom. You know, not everyone is willing or able to care for their elderly parents at home. But sometimes even those who can't because of the way the rules and laws about Medicaid are written. This is the story about a man who is changing that law so that he can bring his mom home. When we first met Joe Stango in March, he was bringing his 83-year-old mother Dora home for a visit. He's doing it again this weekend. He's never been unhappy with the care she gets in a nearby nursing home, but he'd rather have her in his home. Because she is unable to walk and get out of a chair on her own, Medicaid will only pay for her specialized care in a nursing home. On the very last day of the General Assembly session, the House and Senate passed the language Joe had been pushing for. Language that will allow the state to conduct an experiment that would allow Medicaid to cover Dora's specialized care at his home. Apparently, there are a lot of other families like Joe's that want to do this.
I heard from about 1,500 people throughout the state of Connecticut, either email or even phone calls, given your report, and I know you had put the email address up on the website.
Those same people generated close to 1,000 emails to legislative leaders, urging the language be passed in the state budget. Stango State Representative Arthur O'Neill got the ball rolling. He got help from State Senator Lou DeLuca and one of the oldest members of the Assembly, State Senator Edith Prague.
What the federal government has done is created a program that will enable states to obtain a grant from the federal government to cover any of those additional costs, so it would cost the state no more to take care of that person.
Stango also personally lobbied a representative from Governor Rell's office, and the governor agreed to support the idea. She signed the bill into law today. Just within the past couple of hours, Governor Rell actually signed that bill into law. Now, there is still more work to do on this. The state must now apply for one of those 10 slots that the feds have created for these state experiments with this idea. But the story of Joe Stango and his mother is a perfect example of how you can get the state government to work for you, although it takes an awful lot of work. Live from the Hartford newsroom, Mark Davis, News Channel 8.
Thank you, Mark. A new study by the